As I was traveling through Las Vegas, New Mexico, I was fortunate enough to interview the mayor of that city. She's a very powerful person. Uh, she reminded me of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez in many ways. Her strength, her bearing, her confidence.
This is Tonita, and she's agreed to answer the 3 dream questions. Are you ready, Tonita?
Yes, I am.
Okay, the first question is, what are your hopes? And what are your dreams? And it could be at any level. It could be personal or global or anything in between.
Initially, growing up, was to be able to get an education, to go to New Mexico Highlands University, which at that time was a university in turmoil, being run predominantly by white individuals who were not local individuals and were not allowing the Hispanic population to enter the university. And we were fortunate enough to have individuals who believed in us, kids from the barrio, because we had a dream of going to school. That was my dream as well. I've always felt that since I was a kid. And as I got older, things changed, of course. I did accomplish that goal. I did help out my family and my parents. I did everything I thought I would. But as you get older, you realize the magnitude of the world, and you also realize the importance of serving others, not just your family, but that is part of it.
The question then is, so right now, if I'm looking at your dreams right now, it sounds like you're moving towards service. Is that your dream?
I've been in service all my life, essentially. That's exactly what I've done. I've never done or worked in positions strictly for the money. It's always been about doing things for the right reason. That's just the way we were raised. You have to take care of each other. You have to nurture each other. That's how a community prospers. That's how a community grows. You take care of each other. It doesn't matter when my children were born. I had many children in my home because that's the way we were raised. My mother would have children at our home 24/7.
So if you had a vision right now for the world or for your community, I don't know which level, what would your vision right now be? What would be your wish?
My wish is that this community continue to move in the right direction to take care of its people. A lot of the people in this community are not fully familiar with what's going on. We can't hide anything from them. We should be fully transparent. It is our duty to educate them on what is happening in their community. They've been here for 500 generations. They need to continue for another 500. And that means protecting the interest of this community, protecting the interest of our people, and taking our future children into a good future and provide something that's solid and sustainable here for the next generations to come.
Wow.
It's important.
Yeah. And do you think that's reflected also in our national level as well?
I think that at the national level, based on what I've observed, people have lost their way. They're no longer thinking of a community. They're so outside the box, they have disconnected from their families, from their people. They're not connected with what's really happening within their community. And I think that once they go to Washington, they forget what they're there for. You have to always stay connected with your community. You always have to represent them and let them know what's happening at even the highest level of government.
So you're talking about transparency here in Las Vegas.
Absolutely.
You think that should be the...
It should be global. National, yes, but also globally. We need to become a better people. We need to serve our people. We need to be kinder and gentler. And we have to be able to continue to provide for the future.
For the future.
Yes, that's it. That's where it's at.
Thank you. My next question, you've kind of answered part of it, but do you remember your dreams when you were a little girl? We got to the college age. Do you remember dreams before that?
Yes, A lot of it was just growing up initially. I think, as poor as we were just happy to be alive with our parents because they were everything to us and our siblings. But also, we growing up, because we had so much love in the family, we didn't realize the real struggles that we had until you get older and you realize that maybe everybody's having, you expect everyone to have one meal a day, but they're having 3 meals a day. And you don't realize that because you're working hard, you're doing whatever you can at that point in time to ensure that your family is being taken care of. And your parents are doing the best that they can. But with 18 kids, it was a struggle.
18.
18 kids.
So what I'm hearing, and you can correct me, I'm hearing that you came out of this ethic of hard work and helping each other, and now you've kind of brought that into your own public service.
Absolutely. I don't know how else to live my life. I took this job initially as a city councilor to serve my people. I am now the mayor of the city of Las Vegas, and I continue to serve my people to the best of my ability. But nothing has changed from when I was a little girl to the woman that I am today.
You're saying the die was cast at a very early age.
Exactly.
Very early age. If you could talk to someone just starting out, maybe someone who's just getting married, or maybe a group of 8th graders in a middle school, and you thought that they would listen to what you were going to say, that they would follow your advice, what would you advise them? What kind of counsel would you give them?
I would tell them to prepare themselves for good times and bad times, and to be strong throughout their whole life. Because not always in your life is your life going to turn out like you think, like you dream. You can dream the dream, but you never know what's going to happen. You don't know what dice you're going to be dealt or what cards you're going to be dealt. And you have to deal with whatever you were dealt with and make the best out of every single situation. Love your family, love yourself, respect yourself, have the integrity that is required to make certain that you raise wonderful, loving, good children. They're the future. They're our generation. They are our life. We're going to be gone. And if we don't instill those values in our children and the future generation, then everything in the end will be lost. Our culture, our language, the way we believe, everything.
Wow. I've heard there's an Indian, Native American philosophy is that when you do something, you think, how is that going to affect the 5th generation?
Exactly.
From here.
Exactly. And it's important because my mother had the same. She said, hija, en tu vida no le hagas mal a la gente porque va a afectar a tus hijos y los hijos de tus hijos. That is a burden that they will have to take. And what that means is, my daughter, she would tell me, in your life, do nothing wrong, because that is a cross that you will have to carry. And your children will have to carry that cross. And the children of your children will have to carry that burden. So always do right by the people. So there's nothing that follows your children into the future but good. And she was absolutely right.
Thank you.